Hey guys, it's SimQueen, and today I'm doing a fixer-upper. I was just having some trouble with inspiration for a build. I kept trying to build things and just wasn't working, and I wasn't feeling like it was coming out the way I wanted it to, so I thought that I would try doing a fixer-upper instead, because I haven't done one in a while on my channel. I think it's been like months since I've done a fixer-upper, and so I decided to go on the gallery, look at what there was. There were so many houses that I wanted to do. I think I just typed in the hashtag fixer-upper and there was a ton of houses, but this one in particular really caught my eye. It was I think it's called Save the Home 2. I think that's pretty funny, but it's basically a beach house, and I wanted to turn it into, it's pretty empty on the inside. There was like some uneven floor, a bunch of boxes there, like the walls are really weird, and the house is very overgrown as well. So I started off by basically getting rid of all the vines and kind of getting rid of all the bulky grass that was sort of overgrown and making it look like it wasn't being taken care of. So I started by doing that. Also fixed up all the paint on the outside and made it all an even blue color, and I think I actually replaced a few of the windows as well, and it's already looking better on the outside, but the inside was what really needed help. There is basically no floor plan either, so I had to do that myself. I just got rid of all the walls that were already existing, and did I put those stairs there? I honestly don't remember. I think the stairs were already there. It's pretty bad that I can't remember. It literally just happened. But I had this idea in my head to make this sort of like a vacation home, but at the same time, like, I mean, you can't really have vacation homes in The Sims 4. You have to just live in them. You can only own one house. But in The Sims 3, we could own a whole bunch of different houses. You could own like retail lots, vacation lots, all sorts of things. But in my mind, I pictured this being a sort of a vacation home. This build was actually by Sherry D0, and I found it on the gallery, like I said, by typing in the hashtag fixer-upper. I did put a comment on it as well, saying that I was going to be doing this build and that she could check it out if she wanted to. So this, I did not build this house. It was by Sherry D0. I just want to give like complete credit to her because the outside of it is really incredible, and I was so excited to get into this. This build took a really long time. Normally I speed my videos up between 6 and 8 times. This was 9 times because I really wanted to take my time, focus on the details of this house, and that's what I did. I think it took me about, I don't even know, was it like 3 hours? I'm not even really sure how long it took. I think I cut out a few minor parts, but for the most part the build is pretty complete. Like I didn't cut out the floor plan like I normally do. But you can see that I'm trying out a whole bunch of different things. I tried out different color swatches. I still wasn't really completely decided on what I wanted to do for color. I wanted like a beachy tone. That's why I chose the white paneling for pretty much the entire house, except some of the bedrooms do have paint. But the rest of the house has this beachy white paneling, which I think looks really nice. And I wanted some sandy colors as well, but I really just, I don't know, I was also feeling white for the kitchen, so I went with this complete white look, which I'm really happy with. It's a pretty small kitchen. It's a galley kitchen, is that what they call it? Where it's like counters on either side, and there's like that little table I put in the middle as well. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's very light and bright, and then I also used the tile wallpaper that came with Jungle Adventure. I used a lot of packs actually. I used a lot of stuff that came with the Jungle Adventure pack because it really suited this build. But yeah, the tile is going to come in at the last minute, and I think it really kind of ties everything together, makes it look really cute. What's fun about this build is that I didn't really have a plan in mind. I was just going room by room, and it was a little bit messy, a little bit all over the place, but I think it turned out to be pretty cute actually. That back area where there's like the benches and the round table, I don't know exactly what I was going for there. I wish that we could have that be functional in The Sims, but it's not. Like that right there, I don't think you could sit at that table and eat there. I'm pretty confident that you can. I think you need like an actual chair, and I was playing around with a whole bunch of different ideas, but I just love that idea of that relaxing sort of bench there, like a casual dining area, and then there is more formal dining area as well on the other side of the kitchen. But I don't know, I just wanted this house to be a little bit cluttered, a little bit just relaxing and laid back, and like the family that lives here doesn't really worry too much about interior design. They just love their beach house. It's a well lived in area. They use it a lot. And then this was a bit of a nightmare. I was trying to get the blinds to all be even, and so I had to play around with the windows, and oh my, that took a long time. Like, this is sped up 9 times, and this still took a really long time. But the blinds weren't even. Ugh, loud vehicles outside. The blinds weren't even when I was going in to take the screenshots, and it was very annoying. So I think I finally fixed that. This over here is the living area, which is probably my favorite room in the house. I love the way that it turned out. I also use a lot of the fans that came with the free update that we got a while ago as well, and I actually never use them, but they do look really nice when you're just playing the game and you can kind of see them slowly turning. It just, I don't know, it's so realistic and I really like it. And then I use this entertainment center as well. I kind of put that together using the countertops and cupboards. They're for kitchens really, but I thought they looked nice as like an entertainment area where I put the TV in the middle of it all. I haven't done that in a while actually, and now I'm just playing around with windows, I wanted a ton of light in this house. I wanted to be very bright and very light and beachy, and so the key to that was big windows. So I put them pretty much everywhere, and then I actually end up changing the couches to something else. I used the ones that came with, I think those are actually in the free update, not Jungle Adventure, and then I used those little pillows as well to kind of add some texture and color to the room as well. And I think I use them in other bedrooms, not just the living room. I do wish we could have more decorative pillows. Like pillows, those ones are flat and kind of stacked like pancakes, but I'd love to have some that are like the ones on that chair that are like standing upright. I think that would look really nice, and it would also just make rooms look a little more homey. And I don't know, I really wish they would add that kind of clutter to the game. I think it's something super simple and we get a lot of use out of it. I did use this sort of octagonal coffee table and some more like beachy tones. I just love that sandy wood color, and I used a lot of plants in this home as well. There's quite a few plants and lots of light fixtures like lamps and like standing lamps, table lamps. I really was insisting that it was really bright, and you can tell now how bright this room is. It looks very bright in the screenshots as well. I'm pretty pleased with how everything turned out, and I used those little I don't know, we call them hurricanes, those little I don't know if anyone else calls them that, but that's what I've always heard. It's mostly like a little lantern with a candle inside, and so I did use those in a few places throughout the house actually, because I thought they just suited the whole theme really well. And with the rug, I think I ended up changing it to something else later on. I was struggling to find beachy kind of rugs. I just wasn't really feeling any of them, and I wanted something bright for the middle of the room, but I wasn't finding anything. And then that one I knew I wanted to use, so I just placed it around. Sometimes I'll find things that I know I'm not going to be able to come back to, or I'll forget about it. So I just pick it out, place it somewhere random in the house, and then I'll come back to it later and find a proper spot for it. And then this over here, I really like the idea of using that sort of picnic table as the dining table, but I think I ended up changing it. It just wasn't formal enough. Because the other dining area was more casual with that bench and the round table, and then that dining room, just to me, I needed something a little more formal, a little bit fancier, so I ended up getting rid of that and just put it in the backyard instead, where it probably belongs. But I do love the idea of a picnic table being in the dining room, just maybe not for this build. And then for the clutter, I was trying to use different things that I don't normally use. Those paintings that are sort of leaning up against the wall there are new, so I did use those, and put like a little bar area there. Your Sims can sort of walk up and just make a drink. And I feel like since we're in like a beachy area, in a vacation home, I guess, they would probably use that a lot. So now I'm just finding something different for the dining area. I liked those chairs because they matched the bench that I already picked out for that wall there. And then I was looking at curtains thinking like those are too blue maybe, so I did change them to white. But I really like the dining area. It's not quite as formal as what I was originally thinking, but I think it'll still do the trick. Hopefully that one chair that is closer to the benches is usable. I have not player tested anything in this house, but also I don't plan on living in this house. I mostly just wanted it for looks. And And sometimes I'll do things that aren't really functional just because it looks really nice. I also think the bathroom, one of the bathrooms might not be completely functional as well, which I know doesn't make a ton of sense, but you can fix it. It looks better in the screenshots. It looks much more realistic to just do things that don't always actually work for your Sims, and then you can just fix it later. And then this little foyer here, I did put in the bench again, and then these shelves that came with the laundry day stuff pack and a whole bunch of clutter on them. I did originally want to do a wall with a whole bunch of like mismatched mirrors and kind of make it look quirky and fun, but I like those shelves. I thought they looked pretty cute. And just adding some more of those hanging lights. I think they are very beachy. They scream Brindleton Bay to me, and this house is actually in Brindleton Bay. It's where the Delgado house used to be, and it's actually a really pretty area, and I don't think I could have built a beach house in any other neighborhood other than Brindleton Bay. We're at a bit of a pause right now. As I was building this, I was watching, or trying to watch, the hockey game. I'm like not a huge hockey fan, but in the playoffs when there's one Canadian team left, I do get pretty into it. So it was the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I actually lost to the Boston Bruins, so that was very frustrating. But I was trying to pay attention to the hockey game while I was doing this, and eventually they lost. So normally I actually just sort of type into Google like beach house dining room or beach house living room or beach house bedroom, or like whatever theme I'm trying to build. And for this one, I actually didn't do a ton of that. I mostly just winged it, kind of thought about what I thought a beach house would look like, even though I've literally never been in a beach house before. Where I live, we don't really have them because we don't have any beaches. So I don't know much about them. Mostly, like where I live, there's cabins and cottages and lake houses and that type of thing, but beach houses, not so much. So I kind of just had to go with whatever I thought this would look like, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Lots of blues, lots of like whites and sandy like beige colors as well, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. This area here in the bedroom, I know I wanted to do another like bench type area, so I just used these ones that came with the spa day stuff pack, I think. And again, these pillows just rotated, and yeah, that blue and orangey yellow color were the only ones that really looked beachy to me, so I pretty much only used those ones. And then I was trying to find a rug as well that would have looked like it suited the room, but I don't think I found anything. I tried a whole bunch of different ones, though. Let me tell you, I think I tried every single rug in every different color, but I don't remember what I ended up choosing. And I do like how most of the room is like a I don't know, pastel blue kind of color, and then there's that one wall, sort of like a feature wall. Actually, there's two opposite of each other. Those feature walls that are more of that white siding. I thought it looked really nice. This I imagine to be the master bedroom. So there is one bedroom on the main floor with a bathroom, and then upstairs there is, honestly, I think there's like 4 bedrooms upstairs. 2 of them though I used as, there's 4 bedrooms, but one of them I think I used as an office. I can't exactly remember what I did. I only did this like yesterday, and I still can't remember. I have done another build since then. I've been on like a building streak lately. I did say at the beginning of this video that I've been having some trouble getting inspired, and it's true. For some reason, I will get an idea in my head, and I'll sit down to build it, and it just doesn't come together, and it doesn't look good, and it's kind of like a bit of a builder's block that I've got happening right now. So I'm hoping that'll pass, because I have a whole bunch of things I want to build and get up on my channel, and I don't really have time to just wait for this builder's block to go away for me to get better at building. So now we're on into the upstairs, and I think this turns out to be probably my favorite bedroom. I do like the master bedroom downstairs, but this one to me, I just like that it's a bit darker. It's got a bit of a different theme than the rest of the house, and I just love the colors, like the mints and the blues I think look really nice. So I thought this would be more like a guest bedroom. It could also be like a teen's room maybe, but since I was envisioning this as a vacation home, I didn't give the rooms too much personality or too many details, because I wanted them to be quite generic, just like, you know, your typical vacation homes. So I did put a lot of just like your basic things you'll find in a bedroom. Nothing like, there's no guitars, there's no computers really, there's nothing that kind of shows the personality that the sim in that room would have. there is no personality. And this bedroom, or this bathroom here, I think I used the same tile and the same wall. Well, I guess it's technically a wallpaper, but it's more tile for both or for all the bathrooms, because I just like those colors, the blues and the whites. It looked really nice, and I think I used them for all the bathrooms. There should be 1, 2, 3 bathrooms. There actually might even be 4. I don't know. I filled this house up with a lot, and I, for some reason, can't remember exactly what I did. But like I said, I just envision it being a vacation home where they can have a ton of Sims stay here, and there's enough room for everybody. I mean, you could probably fit a large family into this house if some Sims are okay with sharing a room or sharing a bed. And then this here could be a bedroom, but I turned it into an office just in case anyone sort of still wants to work while they're on their vacation. And then this bedroom is a really small one as well. I actually did something weird which I've never done before. I put the bed on an angle in the middle of the room, which I normally wouldn't do, but since this, like I said, I'm not adding personality to these rooms. I'm just adding like your basic things that you need for a bedroom, a bed, a table, like a wardrobe, that kind of stuff. I thought I didn't really need to like save any more room in this house, so I just went ahead and put that bed on an angle, and just a couple more things to give it a little bit of I don't know, like a bit of a beachy vibe. I used that table that came with Jungle Adventure. It kind of has like a distressed rustic look to it, and I really love that table. I think it's actually one of my favorite things we have in the game. I just never really get to use it that often. And then this here, I did a toddler's bedroom as well, just in case there is little kids coming to stay here. Put like a toy box, a teddy bear. It's very basic, kind of boring, but it's a really small room to begin with. And then I think I just added a few more things into the hallway just to kind of fill it up a little bit. And that is it, I think, for the interior of the house. For the base, or for the downstairs, there's that big open area there, and I wanted to fill it up a little bit. So I put in, I think, a table with more lamps. I think I put in a few more plants, just a little bit more to sort of fill it up. And then I love at the back here how they used an arch, so it's like just open, it's not a door. And then there are 2 angled doors on the outside of it. So it just makes it look like the doors are wide open, and it just looks very inviting and relaxing, so you can kind of look out and see the beach there. They actually did build sort of like a lake beyond that, and to me, I'm just pretending it's the ocean because it looks like it could be. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the outside of the house. On the front, I just put a few potted plants. On that little balcony upstairs, I just put a bench there. There wasn't a ton of room to work with. There was already some like candles and yoga mats, which I just got rid of, and I think I just left one of them there. And I put like a little barbecue area and a swing set, just a whole bunch of stuff so that they can kind of play outside and spend their days out there. But that is pretty much it for this renovation. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Thanks for watching.